Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm actually going to be working inside. So yesterday I got the whole front of the truck torn down, as you can tell out there. So basically what I'm planning to do today is get all my little pieces that I was going to paint ready to paint, clean up my plastic bezel, get out all the screws that I may have broken. Alright, sit back, enjoy the show. Thank you guys all for watching. You're amazing. Don't forget that. You guys are amazing. Bailey. Alright, here we go, guys. So this is the bracket where I broke, or some of the screws came out of the actual lights themselves. These, of course, are signal light ones. So basically I will have to undo these screws right here and get those out. So we'll show that process. Get those ready for paint, wash them, all that. This over here, basically all I got to do is pull this little guy out. I'll show you how to do that as well. So that's basically what's going to go on. And so this is just basically getting prep to paint. So alright, let's get that cracking and I'll start step by step here. Alright, so I'm gonna start on getting this cleared up or cleaned up. So I've got to take these old lights out. First we're gonna take these Phillip head screws out of this one right here, and there's actually one more on this side right here, so we'll get those three out. One, two, and three. Okay, so we'll set those to the side for now. Alright, now we have a bracket right here. These are 11 millimeters. Alright, and get these 11 millimeters out here. And we grab our trusty little ratchet. Counterclockwise or lefty-loosey. Here, let's see. Can I put that down there a little bit? There we go. Alright, so now with all that, you do have this bracket, so you want to keep track of that. But alright, these will come out. So here's the old one. Alright. And here is the old one of those. So, okay, we got those out. Now this bezel needs washed and it's pretty much ready for paint, right? Repeat the steps on the other one here. Alright, so we take this one, same steps. We're going to remove that screw, and that screw. Those are all Phillips head. I had to take it out in order to get this one out because of when the screws stripped, or the 12 millimeter bolt nuts didn't come off for me, so that's why that's not on here. But I'll remove this 11 millimeter screw as well. So let's see, trusty ratchet, counterclockwise, lefty loosey. So that is out. We'll put him over here. And I have the second one out in the truck as well, so no worries. I do have all my stuff. And so let's see. Alright, so now we take this one out. I mean, they don't look bad, not for 20 years, right? So, alright, and this piece is out now. So there we go. Another one ready to wash and paint. So, alright, we got those two done. Alright, so now I'm going to grab that guy over there and get the Ford emblem out. Alright, so coming back to the back side of the Ford emblem, you will find two 10mm nuts down there. So you just want to take those off. Alright, and there we go. We got those off. Alright, and I'll put those over to the side here. And that will allow your Ford emblem to come out. So there you go. Alright. Now, with that done, you just want to wash this thing real good. Alright, so there's those three. This is kind of like a before shot, before they're washed and painted. Alright, so these were the old items, and I think right here in the middle of this video would be a nice time to give you a sneak peek of what's going to go in there. Alright, and that's what we have to go back in there. So big difference there. Alright, so here we go. I got my parts in the bathtub here that I'm about to wash. I do have my gloves on. So these are mechanic gloves. You can buy them at any auto parts store. It's either that or you can get medical gloves, which may be harder to find with the epidemic going on. But anyway, I got my rubber pieces for my plastic mount. So I'm going to wash these real good, and I will be using Dawn, so to get rid of any grease, anything like that. Alright, so I got one of these washed. I'm just going to say that for a golden rule, you want to wash, rinse, and repeat. I fashioned me some hangers right here out of coat hanger. One of my go-to hangers if I need hangers. Just a wire coat hanger. But alright, I'll hang that up and let that dry, and I got a few more pieces to wash. Alright, so there we go. I got all the parts hanging up that I'm going to be painting. So again, just makeshift coat hangers and wash, rinse, and repeat. Alright, I'm going to let those dry for maybe an hour, 2 hours, and come back and they're ready to paint. So alright, since they're getting ready to paint, I'm going to go in there and try to mess with my plastic molding piece to see if I can go ahead and get those screws that didn't come loose with the 12mm bolts. The plastic mold, and trying to get my I guess screws that didn't come out properly, or my 12mm nuts out of here. Trying to get them out correctly. So what I'm going to do is take this trusty angle grinder and attempt to flatten the sides out on one side and then take the nut off the other side. So here we go. And these right here are the ones that I'm talking about. So there's that, and see the nut, or the 12 millimeter nut would be on the opposite side. So I gotta grind these off and see if I can get them off. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Alright, so check it out. I have, oh, I wish this would focus, but I have flattened out, for the most part, two sides on this now. I did have to hold it with my 12 millimeter while I was doing that, just so the grinder didn't turn it. So keep that in mind. You don't want to grind too long, because again, you're working with plastic. So this getting hot could have melted that out of there. So you don't want that to happen. And it is still kind of hot to the touch. See how flat it is now? There we go. See, I got a flat side on that side, and then a relatively flat side on the other side. So that's kind of what you're going for. Give yourself something to clamp onto, and then with that, hopefully I can get this off. So now that it's been soaking for a second, we're gonna try it. Alright guys, so a little bit of fighting on that. I did go ahead and get that one of them out. I got two more to go. So as you can tell, I made a flat side to grip. This nut actually turned out to be an 11 millimeter, so I will be putting a correction on my previous video. So alright, and with that being said, I used a crescent wrench, or an adjustable wrench, whatever you want to call it, to hold this while I used my socket to do this. So that's what I had to do with me and my one-man show here. So alright, I got those out. I'm going to continue on and get these two out over here. So alright. Alright, so here we go. I have two of them out. So that one's out. I got this last one to do. Now, I just kind of wanted to give a tip of how to make those flat sides on here. So I'm actually using the grinding wheel, not a cutting disc. And what I'm doing is I'm letting this flat part of the blade is what I'm using to shave my bolts. So it's already flat. I'm just putting it against it and letting the blade do its work. So that's how I'm doing that. And then whenever I get to the other side, I just rotate it with my ratchet, rotate it and cut the other side. So that's how I'm doing it. It is working. So liquid wrench no doubt probably helped. Here's my other little bracket piece for my signal light to my running light. So that's that. Alright, there we go guys. I got them out. So there was one there, and so they all turned into that. So again, you do want to make sure that you flatten the sides, and I got them out. So that one, and the last one was over here. So all of it's all good. All right, thank you guys. All right, so that's another episode of Wes's side story in the books. I got Rosie out there that you can see. She's been doing pretty good today. And so just to recap, I washed some items and got a few things ready for the to go ahead and finish painting. This is Xander, everybody, so say hi. And anyway, again, that'll do it for today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, what do you do, Xander?
Hit that like and subscribe.
All right, let's wave them bye. See you later.
Hey, what do you think of that? Huh?